Well, big changes could be on the way to try to stop high school athletes from transferring just to form so-called dream teams.
Yeah, the Georgia High School Association considering making students sit out half the season at their new school if there's evidence they moved only for, quote, athletic purposes.
Well, Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis says the proposal comes on the heels of his investigation into Grayson High School's championship team. Randy?
That's right, Russ. Today, a lot of people complained to the Georgia High School Association last year when several blue-chip college prospects transferred to Grayson to play their final year of high school football. GHSA investigated but could not find any rules broken, so they decided the rules themselves need to be changed.
And I'll be honest with you, the perception right now is that we're not doing anything about this.
A Macon hotel conference room is generally not the playing field these men and women prefer.
We're chasing our tail.
We're just trying to put something in place to show people that we are trying to deter this.
This is a huge rewrite, a huge policy change.
They want to figure out how to stop what the Fox 5 I-Team discovered happening at Grayson High School and other schools across the state. Athletes moving from school to school primarily to win a championship.
Jamias Williams, touchdown!
Defensive back Jamias Williams even posted on Twitter as if he were announcing his college choice, writing he was transferring to Grayson for his senior year because I had to do what was best for me. It was his third high school in 4 years. Several other blue-chip players also moved to Grayson for their senior season. In December, Grayson won the state 7A championship.
I think it's time for us to do something, because if not, we're going to lose control.
As Georgia High School Association members debated what to do, the word Grayson was never mentioned, but it was clearly on their minds.
Everybody has seen what has transpired lately, and, for the perception is there have been no consequences. You've been successful. You won a state championship.
They run the screen. Kurt Taylor.
Last month, we reported how Grayson tailback Kurt Taylor transferred right back to his original school, Newton High, just one semester after transferring to Grayson. His father rented this apartment in the Grayson district in August, but according to court records, he was evicted for failing to pay the rent in September. He never sold his house in Covington, even posting pictures of Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh making a home visit there rather than in Grayson.
It's not the, hey, we're about to move. It's the, hey, I'm fixing to go over here and rent this, and I'm going to rent a season, and I'm going to rent a championship.
But it is difficult for a school to make sure a student really did move. Grayson made home visits to Taylor's apartment here, but the rule is to always alert the parent that a school representative wants to come by. That's to make sure an adult is present for the inspection. So a surprise visit is not an option. GHSA continues to investigate the Taylor family's multiple moves, but the growing number of cases like this has pushed the organization of coaches, athletic directors, and principals into endorsing some drastic proposals.
The level of tolerance has reached a point where we're not going to take it anymore, so something needs to be done.
A committee is suggesting all future transfers sit out half the games for the following season. Their original school can waive that penalty if it believes the transfer was not for an athletic purpose. Otherwise, it's up to the student and his family to appeal, sit out half the season, or stay where they were at the original school. GHSA Regional Director Stephen Kraft is athletic director for all Fulton County schools.
Our desire is to create something that will deter transfers and really, make sure that the kids are staying at their schools, remaining loyal to those schools and their coaches, and not just basically becoming free agents.
Now, under the proposal, the receiving school would be the one to file the appeal on behalf of the player. GHSA will take a formal vote on the new transfer rule next month. If approved, it might take effect as early as July of this year. And Russ and Sine, they've also allocated $25,000 to hire a private investigator to chase down tips if parents really haven't moved into the district like they say they did. That's a big problem, too, that we've reported in the past.
Quite an investment to get to the bottom of this problem.
Oh, it is. Now, it seems pretty clear from your reporting that Kurt Taylor did not live in the Grayson School District. He was living in Covington.
Well, his house was still in the family's control.
Okay,
in Covington,
so I guess
yes.
the question is, does that put in any jeopardy Grayson's state championship?
There's already a rule on the books that says that you have to live in your new district for a year. And if you move back to your old district within that year, you're automatically ineligible for all those games you played in the past.
Right.
But GHSA is concerned about applying that rule in this case because they've never used it before.
Right.
And when they tried to clarify it this week at the meetings, it was tabled because there are some members who say that the school shouldn't be held accountable or punished for what a family member might have done. So unless there's other evidence that surfaces that Grayson High School is complicit in any sort of wrongdoing, it sounds like their state championship is safe.
Well, that's good to hear. Kurt Taylor, clearly a very talented athlete, but he needs to be a little more careful with his social media, I think, moving forward.
A lot of talking going on there by at least his father, for sure.
Well, and the young people are watching the adults who are making these ultimate decisions.
Yeah,
too.
they're the ultimate teachers, aren't they, those
Exactly.
adults?
All right. Thanks, Randy.